matrices, where we learned matrices is a set of an array of made of vectors of the same data type, and we had a few examples on the same. Then we did data frames. We also learned there are so two-dimensional set of an array made of vectors, but of different data types. Then we also learned about how to do data importation, and we had one focusing on forex, where we saw how to get to it through directory that is going to file and be able to import your data set. And we were shown on how to go about it and be able to have that. I think that's in just a few in a recap. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Ephraim, for
For
that.
that,
Maybe
maybe
can
can
we
we
have a
have a
lady,
lady,
any
any
volunteer
volunteer
lady
lady
also
also
to
to
add?
add?
Salom, are
Salom,
you in a
are you in a
position to
position to
speak?
speak?
You
You
can
can
add
add
something on
something on
what
what we
learned
learned
during our
during our
last
last
session.
session.
That's our
That's our
last
last
class
class
last week.
last week.
Okay, during the last class, we talked about data importation. So we said that CSV files are the ones that are more compatible with R. And so when we are working on some data, we prefer use of CSV files. So we first get the directory, that is the work directory, meaning where the file that you're currently working on in R is stored. So to get that, you do a command get wd, then you enter. You'll be able to see where the current file that you're working on is stored. If um, if you're not able to retrieve, you can still set it up on your own. You write setup work directory, that is wd, and then you're able to set up where you want the data to be stored. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
thank
yeah.
you. Yeah,
We looked
we
at
looked at
that's
that's
importing
importing
data.
data.
My
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 art
art
studio is
studio is
misbehaving.
misbehaving.
Okay,
Okay,
we learned
we
how
learned
to
how to
import
import
data,
data,
and
and
mostly
mostly
we
we
focused
focused
on
on
using the
using the
.csv,
.csv,
the
the
.csv
.csv
file
file
format,
format,
and as
and as
Salom has
Salom has
explained that
explained that
the
the
.csv
.csv
file
file
format
format
is
is
compatible
compatible
um,
um,
with
with
most
most
of the
of the
softwares.
softwares.
So
So
there's
there's
that
that
aspect of
aspect of
compatibility
compatibility
with
with
most of
most
the
of the
softwares,
softwares,
most of
most
the
of the
operating
operating
systems, and
systems, and
so
so
on.
on.
However,
However,
we
we
say
say
that
that
this
this
approach
approach
to
to
data
data
importation
importation
mostly
mostly
happens.
happens.
It
It
happens
happens
when you
when you
have
have
some kind
some
of
kind of
data
data
that
that
maybe you
maybe
have
you have
downloaded
downloaded
from
from
a
a
portal,
portal,
maybe a
maybe a
certain
certain
portal.
portal.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah,
mostly the
mostly
one
the
that
one
you have
that you have
downloaded.
downloaded,
Because also,
because
I
also I
think I
think I
said
said
sometimes you
sometimes you
can
can
connect
connect
art,
art,
which is
which
of
is
course
of course
advanced
advanced
level,
level, you can connect R with various relational databases like the SQL server and so on. And since there's a book I'm having, I'll be sharing with you at the end of this unit. Um, for those who want to dig deeper into R, is a very, very good book. The second edition was just released last week. So you find out that we have all those methods in terms of the more advanced level. So another thing that came up very clearly is the what you call the working directory. Like when you are using the read.csv file, you must know your working directory. And we say that your working directory is where your current session, like your R session and so on, whatever you are typing, the content and so on, resides. So after that, I think we also looked at how to import data using the import tab here, the one that you have on your right. That's the top right window just below the environment. So because it is a .csv, uh, you can select the read R from text based, the first one option and so on. So maybe before I proceed, because I want today to take you through how to export data, as I said that I don't have power, so my laptop might go off, but I want us to cover something before we go there to how now can you export data. We are going to see how we can. You remember the books database. I hope you all have this data frame called books. I want us to export it outside R so that we store it as an Excel file and you can share with someone. But before that, we have this section that we are talking about. We are saying that it is yes an advanced level, but let me give you just a hint how it works. For instance, you are working in a relational database, and I said mostly maybe when you are dealing with data and you want to come up with your visualization, you want your dashboard and so on to be refreshing after every maybe 2 seconds, 1 hour, and so on. How are you going to manipulate this? How are you going to go about with regards to that? So in this window on your console, I hope you have all opened the project. Our project, we are still working uh, with our project window. That is the March class, or whichever name you did same. So to do so, in our Arc Studio interface, the top right window where it is written connections, when you click on it, and mine, I'm sorry, mine, I already have that. We have what you call uh, we do have what you call the packages. I don't know if I have explained more about packages or not yet, because I'm supposed to explain more about it in the when we start the data visualization and data management unit. I think we will start with the data management before visualization. But I don't want to demonstrate this using my laptop because I already have that software, sorry, that package that assists you to connect to a relational or a database. So I want someone who can share his or her screen so that I can be able to guide through. Any person who is willing to share, because I already have that.
Yes,
Yes,
Nancy,
Nancy,
you
you
can
can
share.
share.
And
And
I
I
see
see
your
your
art
art
studio has
studio
not
has not
opened
opened
well,
well,
so
so
you
you
uh,
uh,
you
you
have
have
just to
just to
close it
close
and
it and
reopen
reopen
again.
again.
Go to
Go to
file,
file first,
try go
try
to
go
file.
to file.
Sometimes it
Sometimes it
fails.
fails.
Close
Close
project
project
downwards. The
downwards, the
second
second
last.
last.
Save.
Save.
Okay.
Okay,
Let us
let
go
us
back
go
and
back and
open the
open the
project. Go to
project. Go to
file.
file,
Recent
recent
project.
project,
Recent.
recent.
The
The the
okay.
okay,
Whichever way,
whichever way,
but I
but I
like
like going to recent project.
you
You
call it
call it
recent.
recent
Yes.
project
Downwards. Yes.
downwards. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Match
match
class.
class.
Okay. You
Okay,
can
you can
clear the
clear the
console
console
first.
first.
So
So
what I
what
want
I
us
want
to
us to
do,
do,
I
I
want
want
to
to
show you
show you
how you
how you
can
can
connect with
connect with
various
various
databases.
databases.
So you
So
can
you
go
can
to
go to
connections,
connections,
the
the
window
window
on your
on your
top
top
right.
right.
Yes, when
Yes,
you
when you
click
click
on
on
connections, a
connections, a
pop-up
pop-up
window.
window,
You can
you
see
can
the
see the
pop-up
pop-up
window.
window.
Then you click on
Then you
new
click on new
connections.
connections.
So when you
So when you
click on
click
new
on new
connections,
connections,
there's
there's
another window.
another
Let
window.
me
Let me
explain
explain
first.
first.
We have
We
the
have the
first one.
first one.
The
The
first one
first
you
one you
connect to
connect to
any
any
other
other
relational
relational
database.
database.
Like you
Like
can
you can
connect
connect
to
to
uh,
uh,
SQL
SQL
database in
database in
case you are
case you are
storing your
storing your
data
data maybe
even
even in Google Sheets,
in
in
Excel.
Excel.
You are
You are
storing your
storing your
data.
data in
This
this.
I think
I
it's
think it
called
is called
Microsoft
Microsoft
Access,
Access,
the
the
one that
one that
we
we
normally it
normal
is
it
being
is being
trained as
trained as
packages for
packages for
basic
basic
computer
computer
literacy
literacy
skills.
skills.
So for
So
that
for
you
that
go
you
to
go to
ODBC.
ODBC. Don't click at it first. Don't click at it.
Then the
Then the
second
second
one
one
is
is
called
called
Spark.
Spark.
Yes,
Yes,
Venetia.
Venetia.
Good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
My R doesn't have the ODBC.
Okay,
Okay,
let me
yeah, I know why we are going to give you an opportunity
to
to
share your
share your
screen so
screen
that
so
we
that we
can
can
try.
try and resolve.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
The
The
second one
second
is
one
called
is called
Spark.
Spark.
Spark
Spark
is
is
used
used
for
for
big
big.
data. Like if you are dealing with big data, for those who are working in mobile network operators, I don't know if we have, yeah, we had someone from Telcom. Uh, for those people who are working in mobile network operators and so on, you find out that you deal with a lot of big data. So Spark works well uh, when it comes to big data and so on. So I lost my network. Just let me try to connect with my laptop because I need to see the screen. So maybe Nancy, you can click on ODPC. Just a
Just a
minute.
minute.
So
So
let me
let me
explain
explain
something.
something.
I
I
have
have,
trained
I
you,
don't know if I have trained you on packages or if I have mentioned,
but let
but
me
let me
just
just
highlight here.
highlight here.
It,
It,
you
you
will
will
look at
look at
it in
it in
depth.
depth.
So a
So a
package
package is a
collection of
collection of
tools
tools
that
that
they
they
just
just
assist
assist
us
us
to
to
perform
perform
specific
specific
tasks.
tasks.
It is
It
a
is a
bit
bit
different
different
from
from
what you call
what
a
you call a
function. A
function. A
function is
function
like
is
a
like a
formula,
formula,
but a
but a
package
package
is a
is a
collection of
collection of
tools
tools
involving
involving
formulas and
formulas
so
and so
on.
on.
In
In
Python, it
Python,
is
it
called
is
library.
called
Like
library.
for
Like for
Python,
Python,
if you want
if you want
to
to
plot in
plot in
Python, for
Python, for
instance, you use
instance, you use
matplotlib.
matplotlib.
In R,
In R,
when you
when
want
you
to
want to
do your
do your
plotting, you will
plotting,
be
we will
looking
be
at
looking at
ggplot2
ggplot2
and so
and
on.
so
So
on.
those
So
are
those are
packages. They are
packages. They
just
are
used
just
for
used for
specific
specific
purpose.
purpose.
So
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 like
like
for
for
Nancy's
Nancy's
laptop,
laptop,
R
R
already
already
came with
came
this
with this
package of
package called
ODPC.
ODPC.
However,
However,
it
it
requires an
requires an
updated
updated
version.
version.
So if
So
you
if
want
you
to
want to
update,
update,
first of
first
all,
of all,
you
you
must
must
ensure that
ensure
your
that your
laptop is
laptop is
connected to
connected to
internet.
internet.
So then
So
you
then
can
you can
click
click
yes. If
yes.
it
In
is
case it is
connected,
connected,
just
just click
install.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
So
is
it is
installing.
installing.
Just give
Just
it
give it
time.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
we have
we have
updated. So
updated.
you
So
see
you see
now
now
it is
it is
telling you
telling you
connect to
connect to
existing
existing
data
data
sources.
sources.
So
So
it
it
depends on
depends
the
on your
organization. For
organization. For
instance,
instance,
if you are
if you are
dealing
dealing in
in
organization, you are
storing your
storing your
data
data
in
in
MS
MS
Access, you
Access,
can
you can
connect and
connect
so
and
on.
so
But
on. But
most
most
organizations
organizations
store
store
their
their
data
data in
this
this
SQL
SQL
server.
server.
Go to
Go to
SQL,
SQL,
click on
click
it.
on
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So
So
once
once
you
you
click on
click
it,
on it,
your
your
administrator,
administrator,
like
like
in your
in your
company, will
company, will
give you
give you
some
some
login
login
details.
details.
That
That
one
one,
now the
now the
administrator will
administrator will
give
give
them to
them to
you.
you.
Then you
Then you
paste
paste
there, then
there, then
connect.
connect. Like those,
There's what you
there's what
call
you call
admin.
admin.
It
It
has
has
the
the
password,
password,
the
the
link to
link to
connect with
connect
the
with the
server,
server, and so on. Like something like this down here.
so
So
they
they
have
have
some
some
kind of
kind of
uh
uh
it is
it is
like what
like
you call
what you
an
call an
API.
API.
Like if I
Like if
want
I
to
want to
retrieve
retrieve
data
data
from
from
somewhere,
somewhere,
there's
there's
what you
what
call
you call
application.
application.
I
I
think it's
think it
called
is called
application
application
interface, if
interface.
I'm
If
not
I'm not
wrong.
wrong,
There's
there's
something
something
called
you
an
call an
API.
API.
If you
If
have
you have
ever
ever
heard
heard
IT
IT
guys
guys
talking
talking
about,
about,
so they
so
will
they'll
give you
give you
those
those
details.
details.
You'll be
You'll be
able
able
to
to
connect.
connect.
Once now
Once
you
now you
connect to
connect
the
to the
server,
server,
like
like
SQL,
SQL,
and
and
that's
that's
why
why
I
I
told you
told you
guys
guys
that
that
now
now
after
after
SQL
SQL
unit you
unit,
will
you will
know
know
how
now
to
how to
query the
query the
data.
data.
Like if
Like
I
if I
want
want
to
to
select
select
all
all
those
those
students who
students
are
who are
maybe
maybe
20
20
years and
years and
above.
above.
So
So
there's an
there's an
SQL
SQL
code.
code.
You
You
just type
just type
select.
select.
You will
You will
learn
learn
that
that
later. It
later.
is
It
very
is very
difficult
difficult
to
to
explain now,
explain now,
but that
but
is
that
how
is
it is
how it is
done.
done.
The
The
login
login
credentials will
credentials
be
will be
given by
given by
your
your
IT
IT
team,
team,
the
the
system
system
administrator.
administrator.
So I
So
just
I
wanted
just
to
wanted to
showcase
showcase
that
that
how it is
how it is
done.
done.
Maybe you
Maybe
can
you can
just
just
cancel
cancel,
Nancy.
Nancy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you for
thank you
that.
for
Maybe
that.
you
Maybe you
can
can
look at
look at
Venetia's
Venetia's
issue
issue
also.
also.
You can
You
stop
can
sharing
stop
so that
sharing so that
you can look
you
at
can
her
look at her
issue. And
issue.
then
And
after
then
that, I
after that,
think
I think
we look
we
at
look at
how now
how
can
now
you
can you
export
export
data
data
outside R
outside
after
R after
manipulating it.
manipulating it.
Go
Go
to
to
new
new
connection.
connection.
But I
But I
see
see,
what was
what
the
was the
issue,
issue,
Venetia?
Venetia?
I don't have the ODBC, the one that appeared when you are doing. These are the options I have.
No, I
No, I
think
think
yours
yours
is
is
already
already
updated.
updated.
Try to
Try to
connect to
connect to
SQL.
SQL, you see.
Click on
Click on
SQL.
SQL. Mhm.
Yeah, I've clicked on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Cancel
Cancel
everything.
everything.
Cancel.
Cancel.
Go
Go
to
to
help.
help.
I want
I
to
want
know
to
the
know the
version of
version of
Arc
Arc
Studio.
Studio. I think it is
Help.
help.
Up.
Up.
The one
The one
after
after
tools.
tools.
Or the app.
That
That
help.
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Then
Uh,
I
this
I
one,
think
add help.
check
check
for
for
updates.
updates.
Check for
Check for
updates. I
updates. I
want to
want to
see the
see the
version you're
version
using.
you're using.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You are
You are
using the
using the
newest
newest
version
version
of
of
Arc
Arc
Studio, which
Studio,
is
which is
okay.
okay.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm
I'm
wondering why
wondering why
yours
yours
has
has
very
very
few.
few.
Go
Go
back.
back.
New
New
connection.
connection.
Spark for
Spark for
big
big
data.
data.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I think
I
this is
think
a
this is
guide
a guide
down here.
down here.
So
So
yours is
yours is
limited to
limited to
Spark.
Spark.
What about
What
the
about the
first one?
first one?
Click on the
Click on the
first one.
first one.
This one
This
I
one I
have
have
never
never
seen such a
seen such a
server.
server.
So
Oh,
this one
this
is
one is
also for
also for
big
big
data.
data.
Cancel a
Cancel a
bit. I
bit. I
share
share
mine.
mine.
I
I
check if
check if
there are
there are
any
any
updates.
updates.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
Ephraim.
Ephraim.
Yes, good evening. As you have done the new connection
Yes.
Yes.
and we're going to have the ODBC,
ODBC.
yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
and updated.
Yes.
I
Yes.
just got only two like areas for data sources. That is SQL Server and Spark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why.
that's
Let
why.
me
Let me
confirm
confirm
mine.
mine.
Okay.
If I
If I
have the
have the
same,
same,
let me
let me
confirm the
confirm the
version
version
first I'm
first I'm
using.
using.
I'm sure
I'm sure
mine is a
mine is
bit
a bit
outdated.
outdated.
Oh, I'm
Oh, I'm
using the
using the
current
current
version.
version, okay.
And I go
And
to
I go to
new.
new.
Let me
Let me
see.
see.
Oh,
Oh,
mine has
mine
a
has a
lot.
lot.
Mine has
Mine has
Excel,
Excel,
the same
the
as
same
the
as
one
the
for
one for
Nancy,
Nancy,
MS
MS
Access.
Access.
Okay,
Okay,
what you
what you
can
can
do,
do,
Then
Venetia,
you
you
can
can
share
share
yours
yours
first. I
first. I
think you
think
have
you
a
have a
similar
similar
problem with
problem with
Ephraim.
Ephraim.
I want
I
you to
want you to
install
install
the
the
ODBC
ODBC
package. To do
package. To
so,
do
go
so,
to
go to
packages,
packages,
install.
I've
install.
tried it. It was telling me to, I don't know, restart something. Let's see how it's telling me.
Okay.
Oh,
Mm,
it has already.
okay.
Okay,
Cancel
cancel
first.
first.
Come
Come
to
to
go to
go to
line
line
number
number
18.
18.
Yeah,
Yeah,
21. Go
21.
to
Go to
21.
21.
Mhm.
Install.
Install.
Sorry,
Sorry,
library.
library.
ODBC.
ODBC.
I want
I
to
want to
check.
check.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
package
package
exists.
exists.
Yes,
Yes, execute it.
run.
Run.
I
I
see it
see it
exists
exists
because if
because
it
if it
wasn't
wasn't
existing,
existing,
it could
it
have
could
brought
have
an
brought an
error.
error. Go back to connections.
I'm
I'm
wondering why
wondering why
yours.
yours.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Connections.
Connections.
No,
It's
No,
connected. And I was
not
speaking
that
not
of
one.
that
that.
one. Yeah,
New
new
connection.
connection.
Up
Up
new.
new.
I'm
I'm
wondering
wondering
why.
why
SQL
SQL
Server
Server
Spark.
Spark.
When you go
When you
to
go to
Spark,
Spark,
try
try
Spark.
Spark.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Do
Do
you?
you?
Okay, it
Okay,
is a
it is a
package you
package you
can
can
install,
install,
but
but
that's
that's
not an
not an
issue.
issue.
Who
Who
else
else
has the
has the
same
same
problem
problem
apart from
apart from
Ephraim
Ephraim and
and who?
who? Mm,
Venetia.
Venetia.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Almost.
Almost.
That's
That's
funny.
funny.
Even
Even
Anne,
Anne,
Benson,
Benson,
Fiona,
Fiona,
Sammy.
Sammy.
Sammy, are you
Sammy,
in
are
a
you in a
position to
position
share
to
your
share your
screen?
screen?
First,
First,
I
I
look at
look at
yours as
yours
well.
as well.
That's
That's
strange.
strange.
Who was sharing? Was it Sammy? Okay, just try. See. Okay,
Okay,
just a
just a
minute.
minute.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
Con-
Mhm.
mhm.
When
When
you
you
can
run line number 34, you see?
sorry,
Sorry,
cancel
cancel
first.
first.
Okay.
Okay.
For call is
For
the
call is
issue
the
of
issue of
taking too
taking
long
too
to
long to
install is
install is
internet issue.
internet issue network.
There's no
There's no
package
package.
called
So
for you,
for you,
Ephraim,
Ephraim,
there's
there's
no
no
package
package
called
called
ODBC you can
ODBC you can
install.
install.
Go to
Go
line
to
number
line number
no,
no no
go to line
go to
number
line number
35.
35.
Whichever way,
Whichever
we
way,
have
we
two
have
ways
two
of
ways of
installing.
installing.
Go to
Go to
packages,
packages,
the
the
one in
one in
your
your
this year
this year
packages.
packages.
It
It
is
is
this
this
window
window
on
on
bottom right
bottom right
up there.
up
It's
there
that
as
one.
packages. Yes.
packages. Yes.
Install,
Install,
install. No,
install. No,
yes.
yes.
And then
And
type
then type
ODBC,
ODPC,
ODBC,
ODBC,
ODBC.
ODBC.
That
That
one.
one.
Select.
Select,
Then you
select,
install first.
Select
select
first.
first.
Up.
Up.
It has
It has
popped in.
popped up.
That one.
That one.
No, no,
No,
no.
no, not there.
You can
You
see
can
it
see it
below the
below
one
the
that
one
you have
that you have
typed.
typed.
Just below
Just
it,
below it,
there's
there's
yes.
yes.
That one.
That one.
Select.
Select.
Then
Then
install.
install.
It is
It is
installing. What
installing.
shows
What
that it
shows
is
that it is
installing? You can
installing? You
see
can
the
see
red
the red
button
button
in
in
the
the
console
console
window.
window.
After that,
After that,
now
now
load
load
line
line
number
number
34.
34.
Run to
Then
line number
line number
34.
34.
There's no
There's no
package
package
called
called
ODBC.
ODEC.
Why?
Why?
But we have
But we have
installed.
installed.
Mhm. Yeah, is
Yeah, is
your
your
laptop
laptop
connected to the
connected to the
internet?
internet?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
maybe
maybe
again
again
install.
install.
Use the
Use the inst-
use the
use the
install dot packages
install.packages
function.
function.
Sorry.
Install dot packages. Let
Install.packages.
me
Let
write
me write
in the
in the
chat
chat
that
that
function.
function.
It's called
It is called
install dot packages.
install.packages.
When you just
When you
type
just
it,
type
you
it,
a
you a
pop-up will
pop-up will
appear.
appear.
That one.
Yes, then
Yes,
name
then
of
name
that
of
package
that package
OD
OD.
it
It
is
is
ODBC
ODBC,
if I'm
if
not
I'm
wrong.
not wrong.
But
But
enclose it in
enclose it
double
in double
quotation
quotation
because you are
because
doing
you
it
are
for
doing
the
it for
first
the
time.
first time.
Then I
Not
run.
da- not double
Not double
bracket,
bracket,
double
double
quotation.
quotation.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
bracket,
bracket,
the
the
parenthesis is
parenthesis is
always one.
always one.
The other
The other
side
side
still there
still
is
there is
another
another
cell.
cell.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yes,
run
run
it.
it.
Error,
Error,
add
add
in.
in.
Oh, it
Oh,
has
it has, yeah,
execute now
execute
line
now
number
line number
34.
34.
Okay, there
Okay,
is
there
an
is an
issue.
issue.
So,
So,
allow
allow
me
me
to
to, let me note it
down.
down.
Allow me
Allow
to
me to
do
do
research on
research on
that
that
because it is
because
the
it is the
first time
first
I'm
time I'm
encountering
encountering
why
why
you
you
guys
guys
have
have
less
less,
uh
uh,
what do we
what do we
call,
call,
less
less
options in
options in
terms of
terms of
connections as
connections as
compared to
compared to
mine.
mine.
So
So
allow me
allow
to
me to
respond
respond
on
on
that
that
tomorrow
tomorrow
so that
so
we
that we
don't
don't
waste a
waste
lot
a
of
lot of
time
time
currently.
currently.
Just
Just
allow
allow
me to
me to
respond
respond
that so
that
that
so
we
that we
can
can
look
look
at
at
the
the
item on
item
how
on
to
how to
export
export
data. Then
data. Then
after
after
that,
that,
because I
because I
don't
don't
have
have
power, I
power, I
think we
think we
can
can
end there.
end there.
But let
But
me
let me
respond
respond
with
with
regards to
regards to
that
that
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
allow
allow
me
me
to
to
share my
share my
screen.
screen.
I
I
hope
hope
you
you
still
still
have
have
your.
your.
Do you
Do you
remember
remember
the
the data
data
frame
frame
we
we
created,
created,
that
the one
the one
called
called
notebook?
notebook?
So
So
it was
it was
called
called
books.
books.
I hope
I
we
hope
all
we all
have it.
have it.
There was
There
a
was a
data
data
frame we
frame we
created
created
called
called
books,
books.
the one
The
that
one
had
that
an
had an author,
year,
year,
publisher,
publisher,
and name.
and name.
Yes,
Yes,
Brenda.
Brenda?
Me, I don't have that data.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe
Maybe
you were
you are
not in
not in
session that
session that
time,
time,
but what I
Okay.
but what
can
I
do,
can do,
let me see
let me
if I
see if
can
I
get
can
that
get
code
that
so that
code
you
so
can
that you can
execute
execute
and we
and
move
we move
together. I
together.
don't
I
know if
don't
it
know,
was
it
under
was
data
under data
frames.
frames.
It was
It
this
was
one.
this one.
Let me
Let me
share
share
in the
in the
chat.
chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
copy it,
copy it,
then
then
execute it.
execute it.
Any other
Any other
person who
person who
does
does
not
not
have
have
that
that
data
data
frame.
frame we created, the one called books.
So
So
we
we
created this
created this
data
data
frame.
frame. Uh,
It was
it was
manually.
manually.
We
We
did it
did it
manually,
manually,
and
and
we
we
want now
want
to
now to
export it
export it
outside
outside
R.
R.
Um,
Um,
so
so
let us
let us
come up
come
with a
up with
new
a new
script
script
called
called
exporting
exporting
data.
data.
Go to
Go to
file,
file,
new
new
file,
file,
file.
file,
New
new
file,
file,
add
R
script.
script,
Then
then
come with a
come with a
script.
script,
Rename it
rename
as
it as
file.
file,
Save
save
as
as,
uh, exporting data.
exporting data.
Call it
Call it
exporting
exporting
data.
data.
Okay.
Okay.
Then,
Then,
yeah,
yeah,
exporting data.
exporting data. I
I
have
misspelled it,
misspelled
but
it, but
it's
it
okay.
is okay.
So,
So,
the
the
first
first
thing,
thing
when you are
when you are
exporting
exporting
data,
data,
you
you
must
must
know
know
your
your
working
working
directory.
directory.
Or
Or
even if you
even
don't
if you
know
don't
your
know your
working
working
directory, you
directory, you
must
must
know
know
the
the
directory of
directory of
the,
the,
it is
it is
called, I
called,
think,
I
for
think,
those
for
people
those
who are
people who
doing
are doing
programming and
programming and
whatever, it is
whatever, it is
called
called
the
the
file
file
extension.
extension,
The
the
file
file
extension
extension
where you
where you
want
want
to
to
store it
store
and
it
so
and so
on.
on.
So,
So,
but
but
the
the
simplest
simplest
way
way
is to
is
know
to
our
know our
working
working
directory. And
directory,
to
and
know
to
it,
know it,
we
we
said we
said we
use
use
the
the
function
function
getwd. Then you
then you
open the
open the
parenthesis and
parenthesis and
close it.
close it.
When I
When I
execute, this
execute,
is
this
my
is my
working
working
directory.
directory.
The
The
main
main
reason
reason
I'm
I'm
using
using
that
that
method
method
is to
is to
make
make
our
our
life
life
easier,
easier,
because
because
in the
in the
file
file
extension
extension,
I'm
I'm
just
just
going
going
to
to
copy.
copy.
The
The
second
second
step
step
of
of
exporting
exporting
data
data
now
now
outside
outside
R
R
uh,
uh,
is the
is the
function
function
that we
that we
use.
use.
We use
We
the
use
function, the
the
function,
function,
write.
write.
It's
It
called
is called
write.csv.
write.csv.
Because it is
Because
a
it is a
function, you
function, you
open the
open the
parenthesis and
parenthesis and
close it.
close it.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Then,
Then,
so
so
to
to
export
export
our
our
data
data,
base,
our data frame called books,
you
you
start
start
by
by
write.csv.
write.csv.
This
This
one
one
is a
is a
function.
function.
Then
Then
inside a
inside a
function,
function,
always we
always we
have what
have
you
what you
call
call
arguments.
arguments.
Arguments is
Arguments is
whatever we are
whatever we are
going
going
to
to
input
input
there.
there.
The
The
first
first
argument,
argument,
and I
and I
want you
want
to
you to
be
be
very
very
keen.
keen.
The
The
first
first
argument
argument
is the
is the
name of
name
the
of the
data
data
frame
frame
that
that
you
you
want
want
to
to
export.
export.
And
And
that
that
data
data
frame,
frame,
as we
as
say
we
that
say
R
that
is
R is
case
case
sensitive,
sensitive,
it
it
must be
must be
well
well
spelled.
spelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
So the
name of
name
the
of our
data
data
frame,
frame is called books,
or
or
whichever
whichever
name
name
you
you
used,
used,
it
it
must
must
be
be
well
well
spelled.
spelled.
Then
Then
the
the
next
next
argument
argument
is the
is the
file
file
location
location
that you
that you
want it
want
to
it
be
to be
stored,
stored,
like
like
that
that
file
file
location.
location.
So
So
we will
we will
have
have an argument called,
like
like
when
when
I am
I'm
exporting my
exporting my
books
books
data
data
frame
frame
outside
outside
R,
R,
where am
where
I
am I
going to
going to
locate it?
locate it?
Within my
Within my
laptop,
laptop,
within
within
my
my
computer.
computer.
So I'm
So
going
I'm
to
going
say
to say
file
file
is
is
equals
equals
to,
to,
so I
so I
want it
want it to
located
locate it
within
within
my
my
working
working
directory,
directory,
right?
right?
So
So
I'm
I'm
going to
going to
copy
copy
everything
everything
in my
in my
working
working
directory
directory
that
that
is
is
inside the
inside the
console
console
window.
window.
This one,
This
I
one,
hope
I
you can
hope you
see.
can see.
I'm
I'm
going,
I'm, co-
I'm
I'm
copying it
copying
from
it
where
from
there
where
is an
there's an
opening
opening
quotation
quotation
to
to
where there
where
is a
there's a
closing
closing
quotation mark.
quotation mark.
Then I'm
Then
going
I'm
to
going to
paste it
paste it
after the
after the
equal
equal
sign
sign
where I
where
have
I have
written
written
file
file
is
is
equals to.
equals to.
I
I
paste it
paste it
there.
there.
So
So
this is
this
the
is the
file
file
location
location
where
where
I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to
store it.
store it.
So
So
the
the
function, let
function,
me
let me
explain,
explain,
is
is
write.csv,
write.csv,
open the
open the
bracket. The
bracket. The
first
first
argument
argument
is
is
the
the
name
name
of
of
the
the
file that
file
you
that you
want to
want to
export.
export.
Our file
Our
is
file
called
is
books,
called
right?
books, right?
Our
Our
data frame,
data frame,
comma.
comma.
Then the
Then the
second
second
argument is
argument
the
is the
file
file
where
where
you are
you
going
are
to
going to
locate the
locate the
data that you
data
have
that you have
exported
exported
outside R,
outside R,
right?
right?
Then
Then
just
just
before
before,
just
just
before
before
the
the
closing,
closing,
quotation
quotation
marks
marks
or
or
speech
speech
marks. I
marks. I
think they are
think they are
always
always
sometimes
sometimes
called
called
speech
speech
marks.
marks.
Just
Just
before it,
before
put
it,
a
put a
forward
forward
slash.
slash.
This is a
This is a
forward
forward
slash.
slash.
In
In
your
your
keyboard, I
keyboard, I
think you
think
can
you can
locate it
locate it
where you
where
have
you
the
have the
question mark.
question mark.
That's the forward
That's the forward
slash.
slash.
Put a forward
Put a
slash.
forward slash.
And
And
yes,
yes,
this
this
data
data
frame
frame
that
that
I'm
I'm
exporting
exporting
outside
outside
R
R
is
is
called
called
books.
books.
But
But
maybe
maybe
once I
once I
export it
export it
outside
outside
R,
R,
am I
am I
interested to
interested to
just
just
retain
retain
its name
its
as
name as
books?
books?
Maybe
Maybe
yes,
yes,
maybe
maybe
no.
no.
But
But
as I
as I
said, it
said,
is
it is
always
always
good
good
to
to
keep on
keep on
having
having
various
various
versions
version
of your
of your
work,
work,
of your
of your
data.
data.
Maybe
Maybe
the first
the
one I
first one
can
I
call
can call
version
version
1,
1,
version 2,
version
and
2,
so
and
on.
so on.
So for
So for
this
this
one,
one,
I can
I can
say
say
the
the
one
one after
after
I
export,
export it,
I
I
want it
want
to
it
be
to be
called
called
books
books
dot
dot
one
one
or
or
underscore
underscore
one. I
one. I
like
like mostly we do recommend
use
use
underscore
underscore
or
or
dot
dot
one,
one,
whichever.
whichever.
I can
I
let
can
us
let
use
us
dot
use
one,
dot one,
books
books
dot
dot
one.
one.
It
It
means
means
instead
instead
of
of
the
the
same
same
data, but
data,
I'm
but I'm
saving it
saving
in
it
a
in a
different
different
name so
name
that
so that
I know
I know
that this
that this
maybe is
maybe
the
is the
data that
data
I
that
have
I am
manipulated in
manipulated in
R,
R,
which is
which is
different maybe
different
from
maybe
the
from the
original
original
data,
data,
and so
and so
on.
on.
After you
After you
put the
put the
name
name
of the
of the
data,
data,
the
the
new
new
name of
name
your
of your
data that
data
you are
that you are
exporting,
exporting,
you
you
uh,
uh
because you are
because you are
exporting
exporting
as a
as a
.csv,
.csv,
right?
right?
So you
So you
must
must
put
put
the
the
file
file
extension.
extension.
You
You
must
must
put
put
dot
dot
.csv.
.csv.
Then we are
Then we are
done.
done.
Maybe
Maybe
before I
before I
execute
execute
this
this
line of
line of
code,
code,
any
any
questions?
questions?
Okay, let
Okay,
me
let me
repeat it
repeat it
again.
again.
First, the
First, the
function is
function is
write.csv.
write.csv.
That's the
That's the
function we
function we
use to
use to
export
export
data
data
outside
outside
R, a
R, a
data
data
frame
frame
outside
outside
R,
R,
so
so
that we
that we
can
can
save it
save it
maybe as a
maybe as a
.csv
.csv
Excel
Excel
file.
file, right?
Then
Then
after
after
that,
that, you
because
because
write.csv
write.csv
is a
is a
function, you
function, you
open the
open the
parentheses.
parenthesis.
The
The
first
first
argument is
argument
the
is the
name of
name
the
of the
data
data
frame you
frame you
want to
want to
export.
export.
Then
Then
the
the
second
second
argument
argument
is the
is the
name
name
of
of
the
the
directory, like
directory,
the
like the
folder that we
folder
are
that
going
you
to
are going to
use to
use
get
to
our
get our
data.
data.
Then
Then
I have
I have
also
also
added a
added a
section by
section by
saying that
saying that
how
how
are we
are
going
we
to
going to
save the
save the
data that we
data
have
that you have
imported?
imported?
Yes,
Yes,
there's
there's
no
no
any
any
offense of
offense of
retaining the
retaining
same
the
name,
same
which is
name, which is
books.csv.
books.csv.
But as
But
I
as I
said, it is
said, it is
good
good
as a
as
good
a good
data
data
scientist, a
scientist, a
business
business
analyst, a
analyst, a
data
data
analyst. It is
analyst. It
good
is
to
good to
have
have
maybe
maybe
various
various
versions so
versions
that
so
you are
that you are
able to
able to
differentiate that
differentiate that
this
this
one
one
exported from
exported from
here and
here
so
and so
on.
on.
So
So
after
after
that,
that,
we are
we
going
are
to
going to
run
run
that
that
line of
line of
code,
code,
run it.
run it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
once you
once you
run it,
run it,
I
I
hope
hope
it
it
has.
has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you
Once you
run it
run
and
it
you
and you
don't
don't
get
get
an
an
error,
error,
any
any
error
error
in
in
the
the
console
console
window,
window,
it
it
means
means
that you have
that you have
written
written
your
your
code
code
properly.
properly.
Maybe
Maybe
before
before
now, I
now I
go and
go and
locate
locate
that
that
Excel
Excel
file
file
in my
in my
laptop
laptop
in
in
local
local
disk
disk
C
C
1040
1040G,
G3
three
documents
documents
match
match
class.
class.
Then I
Then I
look for
look for
books dot, dot
dot
one
one
file.
file.
Anyone who
Anyone
has
who has
gotten an
gotten an
error in
error
case
in
you have
case you have
executed that
executed
line
that
of
line
code,
of code,
any
any
error
error,
so that
so
we
that we
can
can
move
move
together.
together.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
in
in
case we
case
don't
you don't
have an
have an
yes,
yes,
Brenda.
Brenda.
Sorry, I forgot I don't have a. I've not yet installed that. I don't have books.
Okay, so you haven't executed the code. There's a code that I shared with you. I see my laptop has warned me, so we need to move with speed. Maybe you can share your screen. Unexpected. So where is the issue? Where's the issue? Can I see your line number 30 of code?
Hmm.
Maybe before line number 30, did
Hmm?
you execute the line number 21 up to 23?
No.
But I see it is executed. From your console, I see you have executed. Maybe now execute now. Line number 31 has an error. Can you scroll backwards?
I don't know. I'm not able to control my screen. I don't know what's not happening.
How?
Just a minute.
Okay. Line number 31. Can you use the horizontal scroll bar and try to scroll backwards so that I can see what is behind the.
I don't know what's happening because I'm not able to click on this screen. I'm just sharing.
Like your R, sorry, it is called
Mhm.
R Studio screen. Can you? It is hanging, or as your laptop hanged.
No.
Mhm. So you can't even type a code anywhere.
No, I can't type.
It means it has hanged.
Okay, what do? I close and then I start.
Yes.
Okay, in the meantime, you can be continue.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So I hope we have all executed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at where that folder is in my laptop. In your desktop also, sorry, laptop, if you know, in your laptop, where is that where you have stored it. So for mine, I'm going to look at users 1040G documents. So let me go to local disk C. It is here. It is here, local disk C. Users is here. Then 1040 G3 is here. Then what documents? I think mine is documents. Yeah, documents is here. Then March. Where is March? March. It is March class. Let me just confirm. March class, yes, is here. Then I want books.csv. It is here now. Yeah, so you can see now this is the file that we created. Sorry, you can now share with someone else via email and so on. So that is how you export data outside R. So you see, you can copy and paste maybe in a different folder, or you can share with someone via email.
So
So what normal happens, you might have data that maybe it is easy to manipulate in
R
R
and so
and so
on.
on.
Uh,
Uh,
so
so
when
when
it's
it is
easy to
easy to
manipulate in
manipulate in
R,
R,
uh,
um,
you
you
can do
can
it
do it
maybe and
maybe and
export it
export
in
in
Excel and
Excel
so
and
on.
so on.
So
So
given
given
that
that
I have
I have
insufficient,
insufficient,
like
like
my
my
laptop is
laptop
almost
is
going
almost
off,
going off,
uh,
the recording possibly you will get
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
not
not
today.
today.
But
But
I
I
want
want
to
to
give you
give
room
you
to
room
ask
to ask
questions.
questions.
Yes,
Yes,
Nancy.
Nancy?
It's not on this recording, but on the previous recording,
Yes.
Yes.
I had missed the class, and when I opened, it was not clear. I don't know if anybody else experienced the same.
It was
It
not.
was
The
not.
not clear, like
It,
Mhm.
mhm.
how can you say the wordings were not clear. I can hear you, but I cannot see. The screen is not clear. I don't know if there's anybody who tried to open it.
Okay, I
Okay, I
haven't
haven't
confirmed
confirmed
that.
that.
I'll
I'll
confirm.
confirm.
But
But
also
also
there is
there's
an
an
alternative.
alternative.
Of
Of
course,
course,
there is
there
the
is the
recording that
recording
I
that
had
I had
shared
shared
initially, of
initially,
course,
of
which
course,
was
which was
not.
not.
It
It
was
was
like
like
I can
I
call
can
it
call
like
it
a
like a
monologue.
monologue.
For
Like
that
for
one,
that
it was
one, it
not
was
a
not a
live
live
session like
session like
this.
this.
I
I
recorded. It
recorded.
can
It
still
can still
serve the
serve the
purpose
purpose
of the
of the
same
same
because I
because I
tried to
tried to
explain.
explain.
But
But I'll confirm. I will confirm
if there
if
is
there is
if
if
it
it
is
is
not
not
clear, I
clear. I
don't
don't
know
know
if
if there is anyone else who
was
was
able to
able to
note
note
that.
that.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll
I'll
confirm
confirm
Nancy
Nancy
and
and
guide you
guide you
accordingly.
accordingly.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Any
Any
other
other
question?
question?
Brenda, I
Brenda, I
still
still
have
have
maybe a
maybe a
few
few
minutes
minutes
before my
before my
laptop
laptop
goes
goes
off.
off.
Are you
Are
okay
you
now?
okay now?
Can you
Can
share?
you share?
I've managed.
Yes.
Yes.
I have managed to what to export.
Export.
Export, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
So
So
tomorrow
tomorrow
we will
we will
start
start
on
on
data
data
management,
management,
like how
like
you
how you
can
can
filter your
filter your
data,
data,
how you
how
can
you can
select and
select
so
and so
on.
on. That's what
We
we
look
look
into
into
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Before now,
Before now, we look at data visualization.
so you
So you
can
can
close your
close your
project,
project, just go to File,
close
Close
project,
Project,
then
then
save
Save
selected.
Selected.
Sorry,
Sorry,